Okay, we are on part 2, so the second part of your math packet. And we're going to take a look at questions 1 and 2. So for question 1, we have a pentagon, and it has been rotated and translated. So it spins around and it slides across. Now remember, transformations, the measure of an angle doesn't change. So angles are still going to be congruent. All right, now, what does that mean? That means this is not about trying to discover what the measure of the angle is, because we know it's going to be one of these over here. The issue is, can we match it up with the one that it is? So a simple way to do that is I've just traced or cut out a pentagon that matches, and if we rotate it 180 degrees and slide it to match up, we can see that angle X matches up with that angle. Okay, so once again, we are not trying to discover the measure of the angle, we're just trying to match it up with what we already know it is. Question 2 has to do with two plumbers that charge a fee and an hourly rate. All right, now plumber A, all of his information is in this equation, y equals 100 plus 30x. And if you're more comfortable, we can switch this around and it's y equals 30x plus 100, which is more like the y equals mx plus b you are accustomed to. So what do we know? We know the rate, or m, because remember, y equals mx plus b. The initial fee is going to be b. That's going to be a fee. And the rate is going to be m right here. That's our rate. So we know for plumber A, the rate, or m, is 30. So he charges $30 an hour. But B, his initial fee, what he charges is $100. So technically, if this guy shows up and it takes 5 minutes to fix a problem, you're still paying him at least that $100. Now, in order to be able to answer our questions, they've got several statements. We want to know which one is true. We need to know this same M and B for plumber B. So remember, M, our rate, is the same as the change in Y over the change in X. So if I look for the change in Y right here, from 105 up to 65 is 55. And then from 1 to 2 is 1. So my change in Y over change in X is 55 over 1, which means that it's $55. All right. So already we can see plumber A charges $30 an hour. That's his rate. And plumber B charges more, right? 55. So now the tricky question is, what is his initial fee? How can we find that? Well, it is interesting if you can remember what a coordinate plane looks like, okay? X and Y. And if you can remember that a y-intercept is always going to be on this y-axis somewhere. And all of these coordinates, the first coordinate, the x-coordinate, is always going to be 0 for every single one of these points. All right? Always 0. So if I can find where x is 0 on this table and time is 0, I can figure out what the y-intercept will be. Well, here, all I have to do is work backwards, all right? So 3, 2, 1, and then this would be 0, so that's easy. Well, now I need to work backwards here as well. So I'm gonna be, instead of adding 55, I'm gonna be subtracting 55. So if I take 105 and subtract 55, I end up at 50. So we have the y-intercept 0, 50, which means B is 50. So now you know that plumber B's initial fee What he charges right up front is $50. So now that we have this information, we can compare the four statements and see which one is true. All right, work hard, do a great job. Let me know in the comment section or email me if you have any questions.